Welcome to episode 32 of the A Strings podcast. Welcome to episode 32 of the A Strings podcast. I'm Andrew, and today my guests are furloughed employees Adam Fear and Tom Challoner.
Hello.
We are here via satellite link.
And we're on like a video call with each other, and you're both in your gowns.
Yes.
Yep.
Adam looking just a couple of steps away from Shirley Bassey, and
It's real silk, darling. It's real silk.
and Tom has got a cartoon, multicoloured dressing going on, which you imagine somebody like comic book guy from the Simpsons would wear.
Do you know what is good? If you ever lose the belt for that dressing gown, you could just buy a buckle-down strap to go around it.
So today is Saturday, the 2nd of May.
Yes, May already.
Yeah. So we've had one full, clean month of lockdown, and it's the weird thing about it. The strange thing is that it's starting to feel normal, and that's the worrying thing.
Yes.
So
I agree.
from my side of things, the day kind of begins downstairs at 8 o'clock, going through emails, Facebook messages, all the rest of it. And, the website really has just kind of woken up in a way that I didn't think it was ever going to again, in all honesty. Obviously, the history of A Strings has started online, and we've always had a web presence, but that is kind of social media, no, but the actual website, that presence has diminished to more or less insignificance until maybe just before Christmas when we relaunched the new website. But even then, the kind of traffic that we've had through it this last month has been eye-opening and really encouraging. It's not as good as a normal month by any means, but given that it's one person and a website kind of running things, it's actually really it's promising for the future. And I've spoken to quite a few other reps out there, and there seems to be a split between there's a real correlation between shops doing business, they have websites, and the ones who are quieter are the ones who don't seem to have a website. So it's definitely moving forward is something we got to focus on a little bit more. I think it's
I think that it's positive to see that we can, even if the website is naturally not going to be as busy when everything goes back to normal, because people are going to choose to come to us.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because it's local. There's a lot of local people that are choosing
definitely
to use the website
in a way that when I was based down in Cardiff Bay before, I reckon I had maybe 5 Welsh customers. Everyone else was Italy, Spain, and all the rest of it. So a significant proportion, I'd say over 50% of the people that I'm dealing with are people who would come to the shop normally, and so basically that's absolute support for the shop. They could go to Amazon, they could go to all of the other guys, but they want to support the shop, and it's heartwarming, really heartwarming for that. So it's it's probably the busiest I've been personally for the first year of A Strings in Treforest.
Right.
Up to then, it was a gradual build-up. Then, the first year of A Strings in Treforest, the website was still doing all right, and we just had increased traffic coming in all the time. And, Tristan was in, I think, 1 day a week, then 2 days a week, then 3. He didn't really have, he wasn't in more than 3 days a week for the first couple of years, I'd say maybe a year and a half or so. So, yeah, it's kind of, it's been a shock to the system. And it's good because I'm doing all the things, I don't know how this will sound, but I'm doing all the things that I should know how to do, but have kind of been delegated or been just tasks taken up by other people. So it's it's good to kind of reacquaint or actually just get acquainted because it's a brand new website and everything else. There's a lot of things I've just not done before, and I'm sure I'm not doing right at the moment. I think there's going to be a significant kind of cleanup operation when things get back to normal, and I think I envisage, or I foresee rather, a number of comments coming from Tristan's way. So, do you not know how to do this? And anyway,
listen, Tristan, it was unprecedented times.
Yeah, but it's so enough about me. What have you two been up to?
Well, since the last podcast, I decided to do some videos for the band stuff, which you very kindly mentioned in the quiz.
Yeah. Right. And something else, yeah.
So, Chris, who is our tech on a Saturday, is in the band as well. And he said, it'd be good to do some Facebook Lives. And I said, I'm not confident enough to do Facebook Lives, but I'll do some recorded videos. So did them, and I started them with the idea of doing one a day, and then very quickly realized that one a day is very difficult to do.
Yeah.
It's when you're recording them and then editing them and then all the sort of bits and pieces and learning songs, which just
and software as well, because we've both started getting acquainted with this OBS software, and
which is fantastic.
Really is. And when we do
software.
events at the shop, moving forward, it's definitely something I think we should. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but So I've tuned into. Is it 2 or 3 you've done now of the?
We've done 2 Facebook Lives. The one we've just done was we got fraught with some technical gremlins. The audio was really bad, so we're going to try another one this weekend, I think, just to see.
Cool.
But whether if it's just internet connection, there's nothing we can do about it really. But
so where does so you're doing songs from the covers band Adrenaline?
Yes.
Where do you stand with regards to copyright? Is in Facebook picking up on tunes in the same way that
I think I do them so badly that Facebook doesn't recognize them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Because I did wonder whether the record companies might be relaxing things a little bit over the lockdown period because people want entertaining and all the rest of it. But Queen released something yesterday. Have you seen it? You Are the Champions.
Yeah, You Are the Champions. Yeah.
Which isn't as cheesy as it sounds. It's actually quite good. But the Brian put up a link to that on his Instagram channel, and the record company struck it off. They said, "No, you're not allowed to do it. That's Queen's song. Take it down." And so he's not very happy. But you
can't put that up. That's your song.
All I'm trying to say is exactly. They're the guardians and the creators of that music, and if they get flagged, well,
yeah, I'm not too sure. Nothing's happened as yet, but I know I have read that people who are doing live streams that are DJs, people like Dino, doing sort of live streams.
Is Dino
because they're the actual? No, but people in this do the same sort of thing.
Okay, right, yeah.
So DJs like party DJs and things like that.
Yeah.
Doing a similar thing, but because they're the actual tracks that are going out, they're getting flagged and taken down very, very quickly.
Yeah.
But I think mine are so bad that they're unrecognisable.
I thought covers were okay because loads of covers on Instagram and YouTube.
It's and the annoying thing is, we could be churning out so much more interesting. Well, not that the content isn't interesting, but we'd have such a wider scope with regards to what we could do when we do content, whether it's for YouTube or for Instagram or Facebook or whatever, if we weren't living under the fearsome cloud of copyright kind of thing. It's
well, we've definitely had videos flagged. So like our Korg one got flagged straight away.
I think.
Did it?
I think if they're monetized, then someone can make a claim and take the money.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which they do, don't they? So I think it's Warner Brothers is that one.
Yeah.
Has got so they get the money from that video essentially. But yeah, I noticed that a couple of years ago, a lot of YouTube channels, the bigger YouTube channels, moved away from literal riffs of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a few videos from like single YouTube presenters where they're saying, I can't even discuss how to break down a song. I can't even discuss this part of a song for teaching guitar because
I wonder if
I get slapped with a copyright.
I wonder though whether you're able to do kind of two videos. One your explanation video and the breakdown kind of thing, and then your other as the non-monetized as the. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be a way around it.
So what have you been up to, Tom?
I've been doing a bit of art, a bit of painting,
Yeah.
bit of growing vegetables.
Nice, getting self-sufficient, ready for the ultimate lockdown, which is happening in... Yeah. And reading up on David Icke, is it?
Well, all I'll be eating is chilies at the moment. So.
I'm not going to even go there. Yeah. Have you been playing much?
Not really, a little bit.
I've been playing every day, and it's I'm not playing anywhere near as much as I'd like to, and as much as it'd be lovely to have it. Well, you got to be careful how you say these things, but you see a lot of people who've got the data themselves and they're working on things and they're working things out. I haven't got as much time to kind of do that kind of thing, but I am picking it up every day, and it's amazing how quickly the things just start coming back to you. It's like driving roads that you haven't driven for 10 years. You take wrong. You go. My fingers aren't necessarily going in the right places, but they're starting to get a bit more confident, and I'm enjoying it.
The big difference I've noticed as well is going from, because since the lockdown, really, since the videos, I've been using the Acoustasonic or the acoustic, because that's predominantly. And yesterday, for the first time, I picked up the Strat, and just the difference in how you need to play, your bending strings, which you're not really bothering with on an acoustic. So so I had a sort of an hour on the electric yesterday, and it was just a completely different, nowhere near as quick then, because obviously it's all chord work and stuff with the acoustic. It's not fast. So not that I am fast, but definitely a completely different beast going from all acoustic to then going back to an electric. It
really is, because I'm not sure so much with the Strat acoustic, although you got heavier strings, but it does acoustic trains your fingers up, strengthens them up quite a bit. Done it, bends and everything will seem a lot easier on the Strat, on your electric now, I imagine.
Yeah, on the electric,
We did the very first A Strings pub quiz. Happened not last week, it was the week before.
Yeah,
and it was something that my next door neighbour, Mark, he works at the BBC, and he's got this 18-month secondment where he's in charge of basically new technologies for the BBC or something. It's something like that, and like he goes out to the CES show in January. He went out there, and basically he gets all these amazing kind of cool gadgets that come up on his that come through his office on a daily basis. And obviously, because he's not furloughed, but he's working from home, he's brought quite a few bits home. It's also been his job to kit out a lot of the news presenters and radio presenters, all that kind of thing, with gear at home so that they can carry on broadcasting at home.
Oh, wow. Okay.
His father-in-law is, I think, kind of oversight or guardian or whatever of Club Bont in Ponty. And obviously they've had a real tough time of it with the floods and everything that happened back in February. So they started, they usually have a pub quiz on a Tuesday evening, and he started doing pub quiz on the Club Bont Facebook page every Tuesday. And it's not an original idea. Loads of people are doing it, but it does seem to be at this time whereby, you've got a lot of people who are just literally, I don't know what the term is, but they're kind of wishing the day away, because, you might, playing guitar is great, but you're not going to do it for 8 hours every single day or 10 hours every single day. There's only so much TV you can watch. You need a bit of a break away from routine. And I had a bit of a chat with him over the garden fence kind of thing. And he told me that the gear that he uses, and it's all quite simple, but he uses this little thing called a Stream Deck, which is like a trigger pad, and creates some graphics and all the rest of it. And he puts together a really entertaining quiz on a Tuesday evening. And I think we had a bit of a chat, didn't we, about 3-4 weeks ago, just saying, do you think this might be a good idea just to kind of engage with the customers, our Facebook followers and all the rest of it while lockdown's on. So got a bit of a quiz together, and it went out. It wasn't Wednesday just gone, was it? It was the Wednesday before.
Wednesday before, yeah.
I had a had a couple of drinks beforehand for Dutch courage, just to think a little more fluently, I guess. And it was. We had quite a good turn up, I think. With regards, it lasted 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was.
It was a long one.
I had a couple of drinks beforehand, but I didn't stop drinking throughout. And as the quiz was going on, we had I think around about 35 people as a main kind of number for participants, but it went up to I think 60 or 70 at one point. We had people. I've got the map still here, so I had a very plain background, and I realised about an hour before I needed to kind of spice stuff a bit. So I got a world map I put up behind me, and I thought I'd tick off where people were from, and obviously the UK taking up about an inch on a metre by half a metre kind of map. I thought I'd tick off people, in different parts of the world, and we had Mary from China, but obviously she's based in Tonrevel. So Marcus from Germany tuned in, but then everyone was more or less Wales, Midlands, and Southwest. So it was a bit of a laugh though, and I think we're going to do another one.
It was good.
Hopefully this week. Didn't promote it for very long, in as much as only put it up on the Monday, and so to have that many people kind of tune in from just a day and a half, 2 days worth of notice was pretty good, I think. Yeah,
so we got some ideas floating about for rounds.
I've put the request in. If you're not doing anything, or if you're bored at any point in the next few days, if you can help me out with a few questions and ideas. Because it's not a promotion for the shop, it's just a kind of a keep in touch kind of thing. So it's,
No, it's just a bit of fun.
I had, so I've been into the shop already this morning to take a couple of customers had ordered bits and they came to collect. So we're still doing that. So online orders and click and collect is still happening. Mm-hmm. So in this morning. And I had an idea that on the way home, I'd nip into Tesco's and I'd hide a pack of biscuits outside each of your houses. But Tesco's had a massive queue, so I didn't.
Right.
So,
Oh.
so that was going to be biscuit news, but the thought was there, so. No
so
street biscuits.
There's no street biscuits.
But
Do you know what you were going to get?
What I was going to get, I was going to go Foxes. I was going to get
Nice.
they do this wonderful biscuit that I don't know if you can get them in like smaller supermarkets, but have you come across the classic biscuit, which is like chocolate covered, and this honeycomb biscuit with like a nice white kind of filling. It'd be like a vanilla kind of cream filling, and I remember having them when I was younger, and always thinking they're really, really posh biscuits. So they come kind of individually wrapped, like a little a rectangle biscuit, and yeah, they're amazing. But
I'll really spoiling us.
Yeah, I'll get a couple of packs for the next podcast, maybe. So you mentioned you're playing at home. What's your gear? I can see a rack there. Nice rack.
Nice rack. So the Acoustasonic is there. That's the main one. The Strat is there. The Telemaster, the one that you really like, is there. And my brother's Faith is there.
Nice.
Yes. So the Faith was it was a Cedar Venus. He's got the Cedar Venus. It's from the shop. He bought it from the shop.
Right. Good.
just checking. Just checking.
And what do you use in the way of amps and everything?
If I'm recording the videos, I'm straight into Logic. But if I'm messing about, I've got the Superfly. And my brother's got his Supro Blackmagic, which is far too loud. We need an attenuator. That is.
Do you? What ohmage?
Yes. I'd have to have
8?
a look. It's probably 8. Yeah.
I can help you out with that.
He knows the guy.
I do.
He knows.
I've actually lent it to somebody. Then things up. Yeah. So is the Super in your room?
This is why I never had the Thor DVD. No, the Supro is down in Owen's room.
Yeah. Okay.
With all his stuff.
How about you, Tom? What are you playing?
Just my Takamine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You writing?
I haven't been. No.
No.
I got to say, on the creative side of things, the self-portrait that Tom has done of himself recently is absolutely unbelievable.
I haven't seen that.
Thanks, mate.
So it's now his profile picture. Not that I'm encouraging
What, on
podcast
Facebook?
listeners to find him on Facebook, but yeah, it's brilliant. So what is that, Tom? Charcoal and
Charcoal and chalk.
Good name for a band.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's
brilliant.
wicked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So how do you do the scratches?
I got there's a little wooden tool that you can kind of blend with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's absolutely brilliant. Do you get sick of looking at your own face after a while, or?
Yeah.
I do.
I've also given myself a bit more hair.
I did notice, actually. I said, the haircut you wish you had, I think, is. No, it's absolutely brilliant. That's wicked.
Do you do it with a photo? Or are you in the mirror?
I did it in the mirror, yeah.
Right.
How long did it? I'm naked by the looks of it.
I was going to say, yeah, you were naked for quite a while.
Yeah. So, how long did it take you?
About 3 1-hour sessions.
That's not too bad, actually. As in, that's in as much as that's really intricate and good for just 3 hours work. You'd think that would take days and days.
Yes, so I could do it in about an hour, but then look back at it and notice that the eyes were wonky.
So what would you amend that, or do you have to start again? I don't know how that.
Yeah, just amend it. Yeah.
Right.
See, this is the thing, podcast listener. Tom takes the photos and does the videos and everything else that you see on the surface, but underneath, oh baby,
Yeah,
he's a creative genius.
he is. Really is. So it's it helped out quite a bit with well, Well, you actually sent them through, and I wasn't expecting them at all. The like the animations for the quiz and everything. You know, it's just got patience and just creativity with it. It's yeah, and I think moving forward, you know, going back to how things are going to be, you know, I think that online's going to have to be. We're going to have to focus on it that much more because without wanting to sound too pessimistic and scaremongering and all the rest of it, it kind of feels like this isn't going to be the only time this happens in our lifetime.
Yeah.
You know, and it's almost like what's happening now is setting, setting rules and everything for when things happen in the future, so we can maybe get through it a bit more efficiently and what have you. But
Yeah.
that just goes to show that the website is of critical importance. And so I think the websites are going to be, you know, Andertons has really set its foundations for, you know, the future. You know, they're the ones that, you know, people are going to aspire to, and, you know, they are the behemoths, I think. But I think, you know, almost more so as a shopping platform, you know, off the back of a very professional YouTube channel and everything else, I think that is going to be. I think that the personality of a website is going to become as important as. What am I trying to say here? I think that how we define the personality of our website and how we kind of do things, like you do, Tom, with the cartoons and the little animations, and also how your personality comes across on the YouTube channel. I think that will, more so than ever, is going to attract people or not to the shop. You know, so yesterday I sold a B2 piano to a customer, and he's dead interested in a Cross 2, or Chrome 2 rather, purely off the back of the video with yourself and Luke.
When we were just in the shop going through some bits. Oh, wow. Yeah.
There's been a number of different sales that we've had in the last, that I've processed in the last month, whereby people have opened up saying, I've been looking at the video online. They've got a couple more questions, but more than anything, is it in stock? And
yeah,
you know, can you knock some money off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's saying about the website. Like we've had the conversations loads of times, and it's all without it sounding corporate, it's brand identity, isn't it? But it's because we're lucky in as we've got a small number of staff and we've always been the same.
Yeah.
It's the identity of us as a little group of people, because it's, without it sounding corny, it is a family of misfits come together.
Yeah.
People are drawn to it, you know?
Yeah.
Especially now when people are craving, people crave, especially me. God, I can't wait to be, I'll go out gigging for free because I just want to be with, in a community or
adored.
I just want to be in a social atmosphere and social thing. And rather than our website being like, this is a product, this is a price, check out, buy. It's it's all the little bits.
So the podcast was just interrupted by a customer of ours that comes in, if not every Saturday, certainly every other Saturday. He's been a very good, he's been a cracking customer and a friend, and he's called up to see how are we doing, how are the boys, blah blah blah. I had Clark Ellis this morning call up, see how we're doing, just a catch up. It's.
How is he doing? Is it all video based?
He's picked up. He said it's not 100% of what he was doing before, but not far off.
Because Clark is a teacher, for people
and he's he's got a completely full timetable kind of thing. He said it'd be very difficult to do it all the time because he's just kind of stuck in the same room. Yeah. How about you? Have you taught at all, though?
Yeah, I've done a couple of. I did a couple of video lessons initially. It's interesting, we should have all had shares in Zoom before all this kicked off. Also, it is nigh on impossible to buy a webcam at the moment online. They're just everywhere sold out of every webcam. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Really? I've tried it on a couple of different platforms. The problem with some of them, like FaceTime, is they've got a very eager kind of noise gate. So if they're playing through something, I'll talk and then it'll cut the audio and then it's like kind of interrupted.
Adamson, have I got the product for you? So I haven't dealt with IK Multimedia for quite a while. I used to do quite a bit with them down the bay, but
right.
I've always kept in touch with Paul is the UK agent, the Italian company, and I kept in touch with him over time, and I stopped dealing with them because it was just very difficult to price match what was going on online.
Yeah,
So they do things like the iRig and all these kind of iPhone, iPad interface kind of things for your instrument.
They do a lot of software as well, don't they?
They do. I need to talk to you about that on a separate thing. But yes, they do. And a lot of the software is, you can sync it up with, your iOS device or your Android device, whatever. So anyway, I got in touch with them and I've started, I made an order and we're going to get, I'm due in any time now. We've got some iRigs coming in, but they also do this thing called I think it's the iStream.
That's right. Yeah.
And I've Alid from Money for Nothing is after something, and I showed him that, and he's going to be.
So what is the iStream? I only know the name through what you've said. You've said that they're coming in, and I haven't looked it up. So consider this your.
So the iStream is the iRig stream rather. Makes it, just off the top of my head, it's today's mobile devices make it easier than ever to share your music with the world. So from Instagram live streams to YouTube videos, SoundCloud, playlists and more, social media and smartphones have become a key aspect of how many musicians get heard and connect with fans. As I'm sure
I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
So basically, the iRig stream makes it easier than ever to share, letting your content, instruments, mixers and more to your iPhone, letting you connect instruments. I'm just reading off the website. You can tell. So basically, it lets you connect your instruments and everything to your phone, your Mac PC, and mono, stereo, live playing, whatever. It gets you connected to all your favorite apps, so you can start connecting with listeners instantly. So.
Okay. So it's like a multi-channel?
Yeah.
Almost like a little mini interface, is it?
Yeah, but they've started upgrading all of their things now so that it's ASIO kind of compatible. So it's a lot better with Windows devices than it was with
than
it was before, because it was kind of almost exclusively the Mac stuff. There was
because when they first started, well, the iRig, it's i something, isn't it? So yeah, they were all just Apple, weren't they? Originally, it's all Apple devices.
The mad thing was when I think an iRig now is run about $41.99, something like that. It's about that price. But back in 2012, when the iRig or the iRig 2 was out, I can't remember, but I was selling it for around about $27.99, and you had some people on Amazon selling it at 20 quid, and I'd lose money selling it at 20 quid. There's no way you could sell it at that. But you went to the Apple store in Cardiff, and they were selling it for 40 quid at that point, and people just kind of lifting them off the shelf and taking it straight to the counter. And it's just one of those. Anyway, going back to the original thing. So I'm getting some of those delivered next week, I think.
Amazing.
Interesting.
So we're gonna get so they do like electric ones, acoustic ones.
So
they do
acoustic
a microphone
ones coming in. Microphones. They do keyboards now. So they do MIDI keyboards and all the rest of it.
Oh, that's
it's basically an entire setup.
Yeah.
And you can also get pedals to control the pedal board on your app.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so there's lots of things. I'm not sure how much interest there will be in all of it, but certainly the bread and butter things. You get a lot of people who want to start playing electric guitar, but they don't want to spend 80 quid, 100 quid on it, or they don't want to spend 80 quid on an amp, and the amp have no features on it apart from clean and distorted.
Yeah.
So, the next thing up from that is something like an ID Core, which is 115 quid. So the iRig, 40 quid, and you've got an entire, you've got all the different amps, all the pedals and all the rest of it. It's
it's a really good solution. And, it's bedroom solution, isn't it? Headphones on, you're away. Everyone's got a smartphone.
It's been amazing just seeing the amount of people that have kind of come out of the woodwork and are playing in very modest kind of surroundings, like literally just plugging a guitar in and using the microphone on the phone to pick up the sound, and just give guitar lessons, drum lessons, all the rest of it. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, there was the Radio 1 Live Lounge artists did a Foo Fighters cover, didn't they? They did Times Like These.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that are on there just, with their Apple headphones on singing into their phone.
Yeah.
And these are all sort of artists. I saw that Simon Neil from Biffy Clyro did like a live stream of acoustic songs, and he is literally just, they've got to have some sort of gear in the house. But yeah, just playing into their phones. It's maybe I'm going a bit overboard with the mic setup and Logic and things.
It's fantastic advert for all of these smartphone people. It's what's kept a lot of people sane, I think, during days, weeks, and months of boredom. So, it's fantastic, really good.
So that stuff's to do with us when this week coming?
Should be. I thought it was going to be in last week, but if actually, this last month I've had loads in. So I tell you what I'll do. I'm going to just have a quick look at our system to see what we've had in. But
we've had a lot.
Loads of Fender acoustics. Some of the nice California series ones. Starting around about the 299 mark, solid tops. So we've had those in. We've had have a quick look. So Black Star they've been really good actually. Not that they generally aren't, but they've been doing these weekend promotions whereby you can buy a product of theirs, which is generally, for example, they did the ID Core Beam last weekend.
Yes.
Which is usually £229 for that weekend only, with only selected dealers. We're lucky enough to be one. 149 quid. It's unreal. We don't even buy it in for that. So basically, we take the orders, we put all the details through the Black Star, and then Black Star will send it direct to the customer. So
yeah, they seem to be the only ones that I can see actively
doing
deals.
Things like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the other side of it, Marshall, that is their direct competitor, I guess, in the marketplace. They've been closed since end of March, and we had an email through a few days ago to say they're not open until the 26th of May, but that's up for review as well. So, They've literally just been shut down. Now, I think that might be because they've got a lot more people working there, because they've got the manufacturing side of things there as well.
Yes.
They're probably, supply chain with regards to parts and all that kind of thing is probably suffering a bit. But, just with regards to, I've sold quite a few Black Stars where people were asking for Marshalls in the first place. And I've also, but, not all's lost with Marshall. I've got a waiting list of, I think, 4 ESLs at the moment, DLSLs 20 and 40s, for customers for when Marshall kind of come back.
So is that, are they're waiting on product themselves? Are they closed and they're saying
closed.
We're not taking orders until we're back open?
The reps are taking orders, but there's a queue. So it's just down to where you are in the queue.
Wow.
Yeah.
you'd think someone with the sort of the global reach of Marshall would have something in place to.
Yeah, it's they're being
wild.
Yeah, I guess they're being considerate towards their
staff. Yeah,
their staff. I don't know. There's a crazy situation in some cases as well, whereby people on, if people rely on overtime or not or whatever, it might be a case of it's more beneficial for people to be in furlough than it is to be working. I know that I was talking to a supplier, and one of the reps in France, it was cheaper to put him on furlough, and he was going to get more money on a monthly basis by being on furlough in France than he would have been working for his company and doing the hours he was doing, because the majority of the shops in France have shut, and so he's not going to earn his commission.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
They're all working slightly differently, all these companies. We've had plenty of accessories orders from D'Addario. We've had Westside orders through. We've had quite a few MXR pedals in, pedal train. We had a lot of Guild guitars come in.
Right, yeah.
Fenders. It's been strange. My ordering has been completely what I would get, as opposed to putting out there to you guys interested in, what do you think we should get in? I've been doing things on just been asking myself and no one else, and as a result, I've been stocking up quite a bit on things like, we got a lot of Fender strings in we haven't had in for ages. So, all of the normal strings, the bullet strings, all of that is in. I've ordered in a lot of cables that I haven't had in for ages as well. All really good bread and butter stuff, which, if it's not in stock, it's obviously sold through, so why haven't we had it in? So been kind of concentrating on that quite a bit. Had quite a few Earthquakers in. Had Palisades.
Awesome.
Acapulco Gold, Dunes, Plumes, Compulsive Drive, and Grey Channel, which the Grey Channel is the last one, I think, because they discontinued that now.
The Grey Channel is an older one, but I did see we had something. We had a couple of the newer pedals back ordered. Even when we were still open, did they come in? So things like Afterneath version 3.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, cool.
Afterneath come in.
So that's the brand new one.
And also more OCDs.
Ah, cool. Yeah, they go.
Yeah. Quite a few Fender Bullets. So they've done. Fender have brought out these limited edition coloured Bullet Mustangs. The Bullet Mustang's probably our top selling electric anyway. When we buy those in, we buy them in 3s and 4s at a time, and we know that they'll sell within 4 or 5 weeks, because easily, if not sooner, because they're just so affordable and such good value for money. Anyway, they brought out new ones now with competition stripes, so the two kind of go faster stripes on the side,
cool,
on the top, and Candy Apple Red and Lake Placid Blue, and they are stunning. Lake Placid Blue and Candy Apple Reds, they're not.
And what sort of?
Actually, not Lake Placid Blue. It's like a really big ice metallic or whatever blue.
Right. And what sort of price are they?
159, so a little bit more than the standard ones, but still.
But if you get in a metallic finish and you get in, the competition. I know stripe's a stripe, but that looks wicked.
It really, really does.
That's a mega guitar for a starter.
Yeah. So I've had those in. I've sold a couple of those already. Nice. Just going through the thing here. So, had a couple of basses in. Like I said, a lot of Guilds. Nashville Telecaster came in, went straight back out as well.
Nice.
A bit of stuff from Korg. C1 came in, went out. There's no pianos left with Korg. They're basically sold out completely. I didn't realise, but the Fender Mustang GT40 was discontinued when the LT50 came out.
Oh, wow. I knew that they were discontinuing the bigger ones.
Yeah, I didn't realize
I thought that the 40 would stay.
Yeah, because it's different to the GT50 or whatever it is, because it's the 50 is a single speaker and the 40 is a stereo. So, yeah, but I couldn't find it on the system. So I think
So is that the last of the 40s then?
I've got the last one in at the moment. Laurie from the electric shop had one.
Oh yes.
Delivered done. We had a lot of Macala ukuleles and some Kala ukuleles as well.
So they're from Sutherland's, who are Bedwas. Are they? How are they doing?
Working.
What are they?
You know,
they're all there, are they?
Yeah, well, they're all in separate offices anyway. You know, so,
That's true. That is true.
yeah, so they're up there. And I had a massive strings and things order through yesterday, and I got a bit more coming in next week. So Ernie balls are all back in as well,
Nice.
which is good.
So, you were saying to me last week about the website and the Amazon stuff, just how much things like regular Slinkies is just like you've never seen so many regular Slinkies going out.
No.
You know,
Yeah, I guess, you know, as of last weekend, it kind of got to that point whereby people just run out, and you know, or they started breaking strings, and you know their local shop is not open. So you know that's quite big news. Dawson's Music, 10 shops strong, went out of business last week.
Oh wow! What you know, announced unofficially and
Administrators called in. There's not been any announcement officially, because I think that they're still trying to sell through the website.
there were whispers when they sort of the end of last year that there was kind of
they got bought out, and the people
That's right.
who bought them out were they'd had a track record of kind of asset stripping. So they buy a company which had plenty of stock and properties and all that kind of thing, and basically over time they'd sell off that, make their profit, and then you know the company would generally kind of go under. And you know we were told that's not going to be what happens with Dawson's, but it's what's happened. And you know the shop has been around since 1905 or something. You know, like it's 120 years old.
Yeah.
Like it's really it's just, you know, sad to see yet another one go. But you know, if that's one of the biggest chains of music shops in the land, how are the others doing? It's nice to be one of the small guys at times like this, where you know where you're at, where your bills are, and you know it's been a struggle, you know, because it's, you know, things still have to be paid. You know, all of the you know, April is a massive tax month for us, and you know that rent and wages, you know, and support from it 4 weeks after the event kind of thing. But you know the bills still need to be paid, and it's
yes.
struggle. So you know, if I'm struggling, I can only imagine the guys who are on a far larger scale, how they're suffering as well. So yeah.
Well, yeah, I think even just sort of one PMT store like the Cardiff one, I think that there's like 13 staff, is it, at least?
Something like that, yeah.
It's in the teens, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you'd think that, just
and they're not paid as well as you, so. Yeah. Are you looking forward to getting back, or are you quite happy, you know, are you quite happy with the way things are?
nah. Yeah, I want to go back.
How about you, Tom? You,
Yeah,
well,
I want to get back.
is it kind of, is it routine, you know, that you're missing? Is it, you know,
I think it is.
Is it
it's
each
the
other?
routine.
Oh, I don't know, because you find a routine in this. You know, there's definitely pick up a routine in the in.
It's like I said right at the
now.
beginning. You know, it's starting to feel normal now. You know, and you know, I'm looking forward to getting back, because I think that things won't be the same when we get back, and they shouldn't be the same when we get back. I think that we haven't spoken about the horrific things that are going on in hospitals, and you know, and the you know, the things that, you know, the real world are having to deal with. You know, the nurses and the and everything else. You know, there's some absolutely horrific things going on. We're kind of wrapped up. This podcast is kind of wrapped up in our kind of little A-strings bubble. You know, I'm not not oblivious to that whatsoever, but I think we're exposed to that quite acutely. And same with the quizzes and same with everything else. We need to escape it, don't we? It is. There's such awful things going on. We need to try and keep a bit of humour and a bit of everything else to it. So I think that the same is going to be said for when we get back, because people are going to have to readjust to getting back to normal life, new normal, whatever it is. And there's going to be a readjustment period. There's going to be that kind of wave of novelty, and then tired, fatigue, and depression maybe of getting back to jobs that people don't necessarily want to go back to. But I think that there's an opportunity for us to do what you two especially are very good at, and it's entertaining our the customers, whether it's by YouTube or whatever other means we've got. I think that maybe when we get back, I don't think public gatherings are going to be allowed for quite a while. So maybe we can hit on things that we've done with the pub quiz and that kind of thing. Maybe we can find a way of doing something like that, not regularly, not putting the pressure on us to do it every week or anything like that, but maybe something we can involve people with. Maybe we can do demonstration evenings at the shop
digitally.
I think that there's an opportunity for us to try and keep in touch and entertain our customers in ways that are available to us now, and just be a bit more think outside the box a bit.
Yeah, and I think that this has taught us. I mean, look at the things we've never used that software before. We've never used Stream Decks before. It's we're taking little things, but just little things we've learned in this that we can then take into like our live streams. And the fact that you could do an A Strings live and have the A Strings logo as a whole screen while you're getting things ready, and then you can drop into the next frame and
well, all of a sudden when we do get round to doing our evenings, whether I know that Steve from Black Star's desperate to do another one with us. We'll do a Music Man one for when we get that up and running. So we can do it with a lot more professionalism, I think. And
panache.
Panache.
Yeah, but it's just the word for the word that I keep thinking of is community. I think is the.
I think people want to connect a lot more now. When you go for your daily walk that you're allowed, so many more people are saying hi to you as when you're passing the street. It's how it used to be. It's
you just hope that it doesn't. Once new normal comes around, that people don't lose that.
No,
that's the thing. People will go back to.
The Thursday night clap thing is an interesting thing. So, Mark, I mentioned earlier, me and him went out on the street about 3 weeks ago, and we played "We Are the Champions" on the at the 8 o'clock kind of thing. And every week now, the neighbours are saying, "Oh, come on, get the guitars back out," kind of thing. And we haven't. We're going to do. I think we might do something this weekend, or this Thursday. But it's I wonder whether it's going to fizzle out or whether, it's something that'll carry on, because it's such a lovely energy to hear people clap in gratitude for, recognising, what's going on out there. It's, everyone on our street's getting out. Are they with you?
Yeah,
you good
same.
Yeah. People who you don't see from one day to the next, they're getting out, and it's...
pots and pans and fireworks as well.
Yeah, there's some really nice things that are kind of coming out of this, this kind of gloom. But so it's a bit of a rambly podcast, but
it's okay. It's it's nice just to have the company.
Three colleagues catching up. Not go too far with it.
Yeah, let's Know your limits.
Yeah. It's been nice to see your faces.
Well, that's the other thing. When you're going back to work now, is work is social because of the customers and each other as well.
Yeah.
Except the Monday. Monday's not so great.
So what are you going to do with your Saturday afternoon now? What are you up to?
Is it Saturday?
It is. Tom, what are you going to do?
I'm going to draw a picture of my cactus.
Didn't know where that was going.
And
I was going to say,
and
I'm sure there's a prick joke there somewhere, but go on.
and tend to my plants.
Again, ambiguous. He doesn't say much, but when he does, nobody knows what to think. Ad?
Not too much, I don't think. I've got a couple of videos planned. I think we're going to try the live stream tomorrow evening, just to give it another go.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I'm going to tend to my cactus and water my plants, and I don't own a I don't own a cactus or any plants. So
Amazing.
So, what's the hair situation with you two then?
The hair situation. Well, go on.
So, I've taken the plunge and shaved mine off. You two are getting a bouffant.
Look at that.
the thing is, I've got no excuses.
No, your dad is a hairdresser.
Yeah.
That looks a bit Adam Lambert the way you did that then.
Sort of up and back.
Yeah, and to the side kind of thing.
Oh, did you see he was auctioning off some of his outfits?
No.
Oh.
He's about 6'6". He'd
Oh,
look
okay.
ridiculous in him.
Damn.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford them anyway. I was looking at like the cheapest stuff and it was hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I was like, nope, damn.
Man.
But
So
yeah,
my hair,
your hair is far, far bigger than mine.
So I've been 3 months without a cut. And it's I don't know if you've ever seen Parks and Recreation, but there's a character that comes into it now and again, this obnoxious fella called John Ralphio, and my hair's been like his at times. At other times, it's been like Lionel, and
Yeah.
and at other times it's just me. I'm going with it. I'm going till at least the end of May. That'll be the longest time I've ever been without a haircut, a third of a year. But
It'd be Johnny Bravo by that time.
it's it's the thickness. It's so hot at night. Like it is like wearing a hat, and it's yeah. But
Yeah.
it's I reckon I'm 5'10.5", and I reckon I'm 6'2" or so with
It's a lot,
my hair.
man. It's a lot. Like
Yeah.
this, mine's big, but it's nothing compared to yours. Yours is huge.
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 I'm gonna spend the rest of the afternoon. I'm gonna play a bit of guitar. I think I'm really loving playing guitar at the moment. I'm not very good, but I'm really loving it. I'm gonna yeah, that's how I'm spending my afternoon. Maybe if you two would oblige, we can do. You'll come in as my guests again.
Of course.
Maybe in a week or two, and we'll maybe sort out a top 5 and.
We're not still gonna be here in a
Maybe
week
the
or two, are we?
Biscuit Fairy, as I'm calling myself nowadays.
Oh,
Maybe
are you calling yourself that? I thought you were just calling me again.
Maybe the Biscuit Fairy will leave something outside your premises to enjoy in a interactive biscuit news.
Can you imagine the neighbours? Because on my street, there's houses overlooking my drive. There'll just be a man walking up and leaving like a pack of biscuits and then going off.
with
And then
fairy
me
wings.
coming up, like, yeah, and not staying to be like, hi, there's your present, and then going, and then me coming up and that's definitely a drug drop, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Especially where you're living.
In a Fox's
And,
tin.
I'll have to get there before the rats take them away.
So yeah, maybe we'll try and get a bit more kind of structure and everything else. But
It's nice to have a catch up, and maybe
Yeah.
I'll just put all the jingles in for a laugh,
yeah, because
one after the other at the end.
Because if you call our telephone number, which is
01443 403 210 01443 403 403 210.
You won't get through to anybody because
No.
no one's there to answer it at the moment. But you can email us, and I was going to do an email jingle at some point. Maybe I'll have a look at seeing if I can do that. I haven't got an interface for my computer though, so I'm going to have to.
Sort it
So,
out.
yeah. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Adam, for being my guests.
No problem
This,
at all.
the 30-second A Strings
Problem.
podcast. Keep checking the A Strings Facebook page and Instagram because as and when quizzes are ready to go out, we'll be announcing it on there.
Yes.
So A Strings Guitars on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. It's at A Strings UK. The website is open for business, and yeah, the deals to be done. So get in touch if you want anything. So I've been Andrew from A Strings.
I've been Adam from my house.
I've been Tom from my house.
Thank you very much for listening, and we'll catch you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye now.